Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, All Cities Videos. Thank you so much for the likes, the comments, and for subscribing. In this video, I'll be updating you on Sister Wives. It is hot on this particular series. Guess what? What happened at the cliff between Haider and Ghazal is in this video. You need to watch till the end to find out what happened. Haider found out the secret about his mom, shocking him. Let's go. Ghazal takes her mother's name and cries. She says that Hina actor is responsible for her misery. She says that Hina has killed her mother. She says whatever Hina did to her was out of her guilt. She says Hina also killed her father. She says Hina made many promises to her father, but didn't keep any of those promises. Her father stopped Hina from going to jail, but he got cheated by Hina. His father asked for Haider's hand for her, but Hina refused, saying Haider's marriage is already fixed. Hina made her father feel helpless. She says that Haider got Dua and her life got spoiled. She says that Hina took advantage of Haider's innocence. That's why she didn't inform anything to Haider. Ghazal says that she is not weak, but she can't forget the grief of her parents' death. She says when she came to Actor House, Hina got restless seeing her. She says that Hina also accepted the fact that she is responsible for her mother's death. Ghazal says that she was never at peace. She says Hina called her daughter and she forgot every crime of Hina. She forgot everything. She says that God gave her Ruhan, whose love made her heart warm. She says that Dua has snatched Ruhan from her. She says Dua has snatched her happiness and ruined her life. She says today Dua will be responsible for her death. She asked Haider to go back home and give the good news to everyone. Dua recalls Ghazal's threat and cries. She feels that Haider is in a grave danger. Queenat offers her water. Dua says that she doesn't want water but her Haider only. Dua calls Haider. Ghazal thinks that she will not let Haider pick up the call. Ghazal asks Haider to pick up the call as he must be annoyed with her dad's story. She says that she has none now. She says that only God can do justice with her. Haider says that Hina and Dua can't do all this, as Ghazal can be mistaken. He asks Ghazal to forgive both Hina and Dua. Ghazal says that whatever Hina and Dua did with her was deliberate. Ghazal says that Haider is just like Hina and Dua. She wishes to curse them both. Haider says that he will fix everything. Ghazal says Haider can't do it. Haider says that he will keep his words. Haider says, I will fill your life with happiness, and this time I will pay for their mistakes. Ghazal says it's a sin. That's what they did to me. Haider says, yet I accept their sin. I will pay for their sins. Dua calls Haider. Queenat gives her water. She cries and says, Ghazal will take my Haider from me. I have to stop all this. She runs out and falls. Haider says, I promise you I will make your life very happy. Dua runs out and cries. Rahat asks where is she going. Ghana stops her. Dua says no one can stop me from going to Haider. She runs out and falls. Ravi and Queenat pick her up. Dua says no one will stop me. Rahat stops her. He says I can't let things go much worse. Haider says to Ghazal, you will never have a tear in your eyes, and I will cross any limit for that. You are my responsibility from today. Dua says to Rahat, please let me go. I can't let this happen. I have to go to Haider. Rahat says you won't go anywhere. If you go out, never come back again. Gonaz is worried. She stops Dua. Ghana says, please don't go, Dua. They hold her. Dua cries and says, let me go to Haider, please. Ghazal says, don't make promises to stop me. Haider says, I will do what I said. Ghazal says, can you do anything for my happiness? He says, yes, ask for it. She says, I can ask for anything. Haider says, I will do what you say. Ghazal says, then show courage and hold my hand forever. Marry me. Haider is shocked. Dua shoves everyone. Her necklace breaks. Dua cries. She recalls Haider gave it to her. Ghazal says the only way you can give a girl support and all the right is by marrying her. Marry me. Haider says, are you in your senses? She says, your wife accused us of an affair anyway. I am asking to make it legal. She ruins my life. This is Dua's punishment. Your family has been very evil to me, and it can only be fixed by this. Marry me. Haider says, enough. How dare you say such a thing? I can't even think about it. She says, you were making promises about my happiness. Your family always backs out from their promises. Haider says, you can ask for my life. But this? She says, your mom couldn't do anything. And now you won't either. My life is ruined. Let me die. Haider stops her and says, I am married to Dua already. She says, in our religion, you can marry another woman. Haider says, don't use religion. It doesn't force people. I have seen my mom how she lived with another woman in that house. She was broken. Her life and happiness fades. She has to share everything. I hated my dad all my life for 2 marriages. Now you want me to do the same? Never. I can't do this. Ghazal says, I knew it. Making promises is easy, but keeping them is hard. Thank you for your big words. Go back to your cheat family and let me go to God. Haider stops Ghazal. She says, I am not a toy. I got defamed with your name. Either you marry me and remove this stain or I will kill myself. He says, you can't do this. Ghazal says, I will die one day or the other. You won't even know. Let me die today. Hina locks Dua in her room. Dua cries and says, please let me go, Ami. Let me save my marriage. Hina says, you are responsible for all this. Haider thinks about what everyone said about Ghazal. Ghazal says, never do fake promises again, Haider. Dua says that Ghazal will ruin my life. She cries. Ghazal runs towards the cliff. Haider says, I am ready to marry you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and come back for more updates from your favorite Z Word series.